Hey man, stay safe world. You already know what's going on. We gotta talk about this crazy ass situation, man, with D.B.boutabag. Basically, like a West Coast rapper based out of the West Coast, California, you know. He had a show, I think it was in Seattle basically, and the footage of it is crazy. It basically got shot up. There's people running everywhere. But great thing about this footage and show in general, no one was injured in this, but I just feel like we need to show this like example of the crazy shit that happens in America. And how this is a fucking norm, man. It's so crazy. We're gonna get right into it, but before we do, I'm gonna need y'all to like, comment, subscribe, and we're gonna run this up. So D.B.boutabag, he was basically doing a show, and he had a supporting act, Capello. Basically, they're on a West Coast like run tour right now, stopping in many different like cities, stuff like that. And you know, he had a show in I think it was either in Seattle where this occurred, but basically he was like having a show and everything was all good, and then there was a crazy shooting afterwards that like occurred, and it like had people running on the ground and stuff, trying to duck and dive for their whole lives, man. Like it's like insane that people even have to do this, and luckily no one was injured. It had nothing to do with the other artists. I mean, like, I don't know really what it could have to do with the other artists when both of them are basically from California, but you know, it's just kind of sad that we live in a society in America right now where this type of shit happens. Niggas can't even go outside, have fun, go to a concert. And apparently, like, when this occurred, like, it wasn't inside the venue, it was right outside the venue, but you could still, like, from the video footage, hear all the shots ringing and people like scrambling for their lives and shit, man. It's like a super sad situation, and it's just like a miracle that nobody got injured in any of that shit. People were just firing, man. That's honestly good that nobody got injured, because if they're just firing indiscriminately like that, imagine you could hit someone in the crowd, you could hit someone that's walking down the street, you know, like the fire from that shit could end up hitting someone else, man. So it's just like a blessing that nothing bad occurred. But you know, that's just the crazy thing about being on tour, especially as like an artist. Like, it could really happen to anybody, but I guess as a rapper, you're more likely, your fan base is more likely to be like those type of people that come and support you, that have straps and stuff like that, and might get into altercations, especially at shows. You know, people be getting drunk, all types of stuff, and when guns and liquor do not mix together, you see what type of crazy shit goes down, man. It's like fucking like recipe for disaster and shit. And it's like, the crazy thing is, when you're on tour, you don't even necessarily it's impossible to keep track of like every single group of people that is like sort of happening like around you, and it's like impossible to keep track of the promoters and the security situation and everything. Like, you hope that shit has you covered, but really realistically, like, if it's outside of your city, like, it's impossible to know any of these people by face, know really what the whole situation is. And it's impossible to know in a different city. Like, who would have thought in Seattle that type of shit happens unless you live there and shit. So it's like, yo, being an artist is really a dangerous job, and it's like, it doesn't even have to do anything with you. It could be other people just having that whole situation happening, and you get caught in the crossfire, man. So it's just a crazy situation that this happened, and I'm glad to see no one is injured, man. But this footage is crazy as fuck. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about this shit, man. Real say shit. You already know what's going on, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Yes sir. Peace.